Welcome to Senior Moments, a production of the Plainfield-Guilford Township Public Library. I'm Nick, and I'm here to share with you some food for fun and some food for thought this week. Our thought for the week this week is stay busy. We've been doing this quarantine thing for quite a few months now, and I know some of you are starting to run out of things to do. You know, there's only so many TV shows to watch, and the pantry only needs cleaned every once in a while, right? I encourage you to strive to stay busy in these coming months. While the weather still allows it, go outside for 10 minutes a day. Stretch your legs. Rake your leaves if you've still got trees dropping them. Cook a new recipe. There's plenty out there. Start experimenting with some new authors and some new TV series, if the old ones have lost their luster. Remember, we're still here at the library, so if you need recommendations or help finding anything at all, please don't hesitate to give us a call or come see us. We'll be happy to set you up with your next favorite book, movie, or whatever. And I know that our services have changed a little bit in the past couple of days. Don't worry about it. We are still here to help you, and we will do everything in our power to make sure you get what you need. We're always here to help. And now for some jokes. I've got two this week. So there's a tour bus driver, and he's got a busload of old women, and they're going down the road on a trip. About an hour in, he's tapped on the shoulder, and a little old lady is standing behind him with a handful of peanuts. He's thankful, he's a little hungry, so he takes the peanuts and eats them. About 15 minutes later, there's a tap on the shoulder, and the lady's back with some more peanuts. He takes them and eats them. This continues for about an hour and a half. Every 15 minutes, tap on the shoulder, more peanuts. Finally, he says, "Why don't you eat these peanuts yourself?" And the lady says, "Well, my friends and the state of our teeth really won't allow us to." And he says, puzzled, "Well, then why did you buy them?" And she replies, "Oh, we love the chocolate that's around them." So here's our second joke. There's a guy, and he's on a walk, and he sees a sign outside a house that says, "Talking dog for sale." He's intrigued, so he goes inside, and he sees the dog, and he asks the dog, "So what have you done with your life?" The dog looks up from his bowl of water and says, "Well, I've led a very full life. I lived in the Alps for a while, and I rescued avalanche victims, and then I went and served my country in Iraq. Now I'm retired, so I spend my days reading to the residents at a retirement home." The man turns to the dog's owner, who's sitting at the table glaring, and says, "Why on earth would you want to get rid of an incredible, heroic dog like this?" And the owner, seething, says, "'Cause he's a liar. He's never done any of that stuff. All he's ever done is sit there and eat." And now for where did that come from? I'm going to share with you the history of two popular idioms. Have you ever heard somebody say, "Oh, I see the writing on the wall"? It's a really popular idiom that means that you can see that something bad is going to happen for seeing some doom. Well, did you know that comes from a story in the Bible? It's an allusion to an episode in the book of Daniel, where a disembodied hand writes a prophecy of doom on the wall of the king of Persia, a man named Belshazzar. It's endured as an idiom all these years later. Our second idiom is, if you make money hand over fist, that means that you're making money either very quickly or in a very large amount. Conversely, you can also lose money hand over fist. So this phrase comes from an 18th century nautical phrase of hand over hand, which refers to the movement of one's hands when climbing a rope or pulling one in. Over time, that phrase began to become synonymous with rapid movement and ended up modified to become hand over fist sometime in the 19th century. And now for Who Am I? I'm going to give you 5 clues about a famous person from the Golden Era. Let's see how many it takes for you to guess who it is. Clue number 1. She was born in 1922 to the Kappelhoffs, a family of German extraction in Cincinnati. Her initial wish was to become a professional dancer, but that ended when she suffered a leg injury during a car crash at the age of 15. Clue number 2. She started to sing along with the big band hits of the day on the radio and started singing lessons at her mother's encouragement, later becoming a vocalist for Barney Rapp's big band in 1939, where she adopted her stage name. Clue number 3. She broke through as a major star in 1945 with a recording of Les Brown's song Sentimental Journey, which has become tied to her. She closed out the 40s with 6 more top 10 Billboard hits. Clue number 4. She was cast in Michael Curtis' musical Romance on the High Seas in 1948, which launched her career as a movie star, primarily in musicals at first, but moving on to dramas, appearing alongside such massive stars as James Cagney and James Stewart. And clue number 5. Her tenure as a film star extended through the 1960s, receiving several Golden Globe nominations in the process, as she ceased to record music. In fact, she wouldn't record any more albums or make any more movies after the 1960s had ended. She did host a short-lived variety show in the 70s, mostly because of the mishandling of her money by her third husband and his lawyer. She did record one final album in 2011 and passed away at the age of 97 in 2019. Can you guess who it is? Our person is Doris Day. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you all had as much fun as I did. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and keep an eye out for more videos. And remember, always keep smiling.